Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gideon Sapon and I'm doing this recording on January 1. Happy New Year to you all, and hopefully we all have an amazing year. Yeah, so amazingly, it's raining on a January 1 as I'm recording the video here in my home in Accra, and I did a quick search for the last time it rained here in Accra on a New Year's Eve. And basically, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. So that's strange. That's unusual, right? When I assume that's a blessing from God, that means this year for me, it's a good sign. It's going to be an abundant year, a sign of more grace, more blessings from Almighty God. So let's dive right into it. This video, we basically focus on a few key reflections of 2025, moving that into 2026, and how practically I want to construct the new year to make the most out of it. So, quick 5 points. Number one, reflecting from last year, I think just a couple of days ago, we all witnessed the accidents that happened in Nigeria of Anthony Joshua and a couple of his friends who unfortunately passed away. Rest in peace to the two guys who died. But motor accidents could happen. It's very, very unplanned. That's why they are accidents. But personally, in the last probably 5 years or so, or in the last decade, I've constructed my life such that I intentionally take a number of measures to protect myself on the road. Point one, I don't travel in the night. I learned this from Strive Masiyiwa at a point in time when I read one of his articles. And he said he has stopped driving at night just a couple of years ago. When I read that, I decided, it's over for me. So I don't drive in the night. I don't travel in the night. I scarcely would drive to go out to hang out in the night. The only times that I drive or travel in the night is when I am returning from a trip and I happen to arrive home late, or I happen to be caught up in traffic. But yes, that has been my policy for a number of years now, and it's useful. Our roads in Ghana, in Accra, I travel a lot of times in a year. On the average, last year, 2025, I did close to 10,000 miles. So that should tell you I am usually on the road, and you have to take some precautionary measures. Point two, when it comes to being safe on our roads, overspeeding basically is really not worth it. And when I am on the highway here in Ghana, I usually 60, 70. I try as much as possible not to go beyond 80. And I have a solid car that could go probably 150 thereabouts, but I try to be sane on the road. So for me in 2026, this is really an important one. Then once again, rest in peace to the guys who lost their lives a couple of days ago in Nigeria. But then also in Ghana, last year was massive when it comes to accidents. I haven't looked at the numbers yet, but yeah, particularly the Accra Kumasi Highway, and 2026 we should all basically take it easy on the roads. Yeah, quickly, point two. Also, still on health. When we say that health is life, a lot of times you wouldn't understand that until really your health becomes number one. A few years ago, I had a health scare. It was really scary, and that informed the change in my habits. So I try as much as possible to be on a treadmill. Yeah, as you can see in the video, I try to do my treadmill as much as I can. I go for long walks, particularly in the nights. I can go for an hour walk. As you can rightly see some pictures as well. And that has been helpful in keeping active. In 2026, I intend to continue with that. It's really, really important. Let's stay healthy. If you can't get a treadmill, I have a treadmill at home, but if you can't get a treadmill, go to the gym. Try to remain active. As we age, all sorts of things try to creep in. So we have to be very, very, very mindful over our health in 2026. Now, third point, I jump in. A couple of years ago, I had a call from my childhood pastor. And he called me, interestingly, he called me on January 1. And his advice for me for the year was to live 3 years in 1 year. This is about maybe 6 or 7 years, or probably 5 years ago. It's a long time, I don't remember. But the advice stayed with me. And since then, I try as much as possible to live 3 years in a year. And what does that mean? Let me break it down. Yes, I am very mindful of not overly stretching myself, although I really stretch myself. But then, for me, 3 years in a year means I go massively after opportunities. If it's funding that I have to raise, I go all out. If whatever that I need to do, if it's my income, I try to multiply it by 3 in a year. And that can be crazy, but then that also means that you are exercising and maximizing your potential. The best time to really plan for 2026 is at the latter part of 2025, that somewhere in October, November. That is where you really have to plan for 2026. But that notwithstanding, you are in January, you still have massive opportunity to go all out this year. Try as much as possible, maybe live 5 years in a year. By the end of 2026, you reflect, you look back, and you'll be amazed how much you managed to accomplish in 2026. Yes, fourth point, start that business. Self-development. Marry that lady. Get that land. Just take action. A few years ago, I attended a training session, and it was essentially focused on taking action. And I am obsessed with taking action. I don't like slow time. So in 2026, we keep on going. Get it moving. Take action. Do it. I don't operate with people who don't take action. I like to be on the move, and yes, that has been keeping me going. 2026, we're on the grind. We are getting things done. The truth is that if you are 35, basically you have 35 active years, or 40, which is not a lot considering how quickly the years go by. So you might as well just do what you have to do. You may lose, but yes, of course, once you are taking action, you expect to lose some, but then you win some as well. Yeah, so that's the fourth point. You must as well finally live in love, forgive one another. I mean, that's you don't get anything by holding grudges. So forgive one another. Call that relative of yours, that friend of yours. Try to live in peace, and for the people closest to you, your loved ones, spend as much time as possible with them. I mean, what is the essence of life? Working so hard, making so much money, and not spending quality time with your loved ones. Even if you don't have a lot of money, what is the point? We are here to basically enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the process, enjoy life, enjoy time with people who are closest to your heart. And I mean, make the most of 2026. Wish you once again a happy new year, and all the best in whatever you find to do. Stay glued to my channel. Catch up again soon. Bye-bye.